friend of mine, Glenn Taylor, who had been on council for some years, and I believe he was the deputy mayor at the time, approached me and said he was putting a ticket together. And he said, Jeff, have you ever thought about running for council? And I said, no. And Glenn said, do you mind? I've got to have 6 people to put on the ticket. Would you mind if I put you down? Would that be all right? And I said, well, as long as I don't get in a spot where I can get elected. Glenn got elected, and so did I. And that was in 2004. It's now 2021, and it's been a ball. I've loved it. At minimum, you would do up to 15 hours a week, especially if you're a deputy mayor or if you're a chair of a committee, then you have a bit more of a commitment. But living in a city like Orange, where everyone is close and it's a community structure, it's a full-time job. Because when you're shopping or doing your going to sport or just going down the pub for a beer, you're on duty, and people will always ask you questions and want to have a chat. That's a difficult one, or has been at times, but it's all about anything that you have a passion for. If you don't have the support systems in place, generally your family, and if you run a business, you've certainly got to have, because you are away from your business as a councillor at times, and you've got to make sure that those mechanisms or systems are in place to make sure that your back is covered. Over the years, I've seen people who have been very passionate about a particular issue that's happening in the city at the time, especially when there's elections coming up, and they then decide, because they've been a voice for that issue in the community, for a particular group, that they then decide to run for council because they've got a passion for Orange, and they should do if you've got a passion for Orange. But it's a single issue, and then once they get here and the issue is dealt with either in their favour or not in their favour, they sort of lose their voice a little bit. And I think that if I have any advice for people coming on council is that come in with an open mind, and don't have try not to have a single issue. Make sure that the reason you're coming on council is because you want to make a change every time you come to a meeting.